Right, hello everyone. Hello everyone. We are back then for Advanced Series here in Japan for our 10th and third last round of the season. For what's been quite an interesting championship so far. We've seen obviously that HPE can take the championship in both series, so Advanced and Pro Series. Even though I think pretty much who would be champion? Oh, well, Alexa's already retired, but just crashing out like that. I was saying, I think the real champion would be who actually manages to has a main seat in HSRT. So yeah. And then obviously things are going to change next season in terms of the contract side, as well as you know, the lists and stuff like that. But mainly the contract side, because everyone was assigned to a team in HSRT. Next season is gonna be a little bit different and how that's gonna work out. And we'll have Harry joining us in the party. We'll have Harry joining us in the commentary box. Let me see if I'm able to find him. Actually, the easiest way to do that. There we go. So, what's saying anyway, yeah, next season there will be changes on contract side and stuff like that. But yeah. Other than that, obviously, let's enjoy the final few races in the season. But you're gonna see a few changes on how things will work. For this session anyway, we have two Red Bulls of Alexum and Billion, Formula and Flex in the Alfa Romeos, as he plays a Mike Psad in the Ferraris, Danny Boy and Stelio in the Haas cars. Max Stack sets a provisional pole position of 140.2 in the Mercedes, as well as Kusai, who is in the Mercedes as well. Johnny and the only one for Alpine, it seems like. Sam the Speeder and HP in the McLaren. ST plays and ST plays, I've already said, he's set a provisional pole position as well, 138.7 for the Ferrari driver. CMD and Eddie Art in the AlphaTauris, Postman and Matt Copper in the Williams, Kukubilakis and Jelanitis in the Aston Martins. So that's your grid for tonight's race. Since we have a bit of traffic in Sector 1 as Harry has joined the party. Hello.
Hey Luigi,
Hello. Make sure to include your audio.
put my audio.
Right, I'll check if you can be heard in the stream.
Hello, hello, hello. Testing.
Let me see, because yeah, the stream is a bit late for me, so
Yeah, I can hear myself. I'm a little bit late as well, but
let me see. Okay, yeah, you can be heard. Right, so two commentators in one commentary box for I'd say the first time in HSRT. Hello.
is there a space to like spectate in the lobby, or I just need to go by the stream here?
I'll invite you. I should be able to. I think we're less than 22. We should be able to invite you.
Yeah.
Let me see where you are. Oh, actually, let me invite you from the party. Way easier.
Wait, thank you.
You're welcome. So I was explaining how things will change just a bit in terms of contract sides in HSRT next season. Obviously, this season everyone was assigned to a team. Next season, the plan is to have teams actually have a proper academy system where they'll be able to assign drivers to the teams in this series. But that's something for later. But yeah. As of right now, it seems like QSI is on a provisional pole position, followed by ST Plays Thunder Speeder, Flax, Stelio, and Danny Boy, both house cars in 5th and 6th. Billion, Posthuman, Max Takis, Joni, HBE, and CMD. It seems like HBE, Formula, and Matt are all on softs in pretty much wet conditions. Formula who has also got wing damage by the looks of it.
We've got a HBE off track here. He is very squirrely, and he's just been disqualified from the session.
Oh well.
I wonder if that is a tactical move to start from the back.
Well, that's surely not the first time we've seen that from HB in advanced. But it's gonna be much harder in Japan to get higher up the field, obviously because it is quite a tight track. But we'll see what he's gonna be able to do.
Looks like we've got Kosai maybe retiring. He's currently next to one of the marshal posts here.
Oh well.
And
Yeah,
yeah, there he goes as well.
Seems
Parked
like
in a dangerous location.
the rain is not doing any. It's not giving any benefits to these drivers. You settle up, and pretty much after that, you're done with it. And actually, Kusai did have the pole position, but he's got disqualified, which means he's gonna start in P18 ahead of HB. So I don't know how good that move must have been for him. ADR goes surprisingly fastest on a 138.141, getting 6 tenths in the rest of the pack. That's the first time we see ADR. Obviously, I know him personally from a few other leagues, but yeah, I wasn't expecting that from him. So it must be good to see different drivers fighting at the top step.
Got SD plays on an outlap at the moment. He'll be looking to top the timing sheets, I think. He starts his lap now.
And the Ferraris have looked pretty quick in the previous races.
Oh, SD's gone wide. I think he might have invalidated there.
Yeah, I think
And he's backed off
Yeah.
Jude Howe. He has, yep. Let's see who's on a flyer, shall we?
As I was looking at the standings, seems like obviously still HP leading, but also Matt Copper in second, with a 59-point gap. Do you think pretty much? Yeah, it's still doable to get the title, but you need to be really lucky, I think. Even though I
Some
think
breaking news for you, Luigi.
Yeah.
I am Lemon and the Alpine cannot make it tonight. I would then take that reserve seat, so it looks like I'm going to have to jump out of the commentary box and jump into the car.
Oh, okay. All right. A
well,
quick jump from to both sides, I guess, commentary and then driving.
quick chat in the commentary box. Who knows, I might be here again next week. You never know.
Yeah.
All right. I will see you soon. Thank you. Everyone enjoy the stream.
No worries. Good luck.
Thank you, mate. See ya.
See ya. Right, so that was a quick commentary from Harry, but obviously driving is more important, especially when you're fighting for something. In the case of Harry, he's currently in 14th, with and he's not too far away from the top 10, I would say, even though he places in the 106, he's on 68. But yeah, and what's saying, I think that reserve drivers do not count in terms of assigning the actual title, but one thing's for certain, next season obviously this is going to change, and mainly reserve drivers will drive because they have to reserve, pretty much. Basically, the plan is to have teams be able to sign drivers from advanced into their academy, and then have them, you know, a big academy with drivers they can, pretty much how it works in real life, where they get drivers from F2, get them to drive in F1 if they need it. But in F1 you don't see drivers driving in F2, so that would mean that in case none of the drivers can make it, then someone from Pro Series will have to step in the car, but they will still gain points, and that will be, I guess, the choice of Hukumlakis. Pretty much, yeah. But even though it is quite unfair to those who are actually in advance fighting for it, I would say separate mains from reserves, separate advance from Pro Series in each series, and just priority goes to who is actually driving in that series, who actually meant to be in that series, I guess. Just like to give you some previews on next season. Right, anyway, apart from next season talks, which obviously you're gonna see news about it once everything's decided, there's still a few things to work through before we finalize things. Plus, there's a long way to go, because we obviously have to wait for F124 to release first, so you're gonna definitely see some news after the seasons in both series have ended. we may have someone else jumping in as we speak. CMD goes third fastest. The AlphaTauris have suddenly got some pace. In the form of Eddie currently on pole, and then we have CMD not too far away. Right, let me invite Plumby to the party. He's gonna commentate, and I hope, and probably he's gonna stay with us. Let me find him. So yeah, order right now as we wait for qualifying to end is Eddie, Stelio, CMD, Posthuman, ST Place, Still on the Speeder, Billion, Flex, Stellanitis, Max Takis, Danny Boy, Johnny, Alexo, Formula, Twitter Goat, Hukamanakis, Mipsat, Matt Copper, Kusai, and HP. Matt Copper is also retired. Alex obviously has had a very bad start to the weekend by crashing out on his first ever outlap on wet conditions. Not really ideal. But who do we have on our lap? Who is gonna submit the first times? Is it gonna be CMD? Yes, it is. Formula goes fastest meanwhile. On a 137.993. No, never mind. It isn't CMD, as CMD has lifted. So I think it's gonna be Billion then at this point. It's definitely gonna be Billion. So Billion is gonna be our first person to cross the line. Yes, there we go. The session has ended. And Billion doesn't improve. Up next we have an Alpine, and that must be, yeah, Twisted Goat, who's suddenly stepped in the car. Hello, Plumby. Make sure to include your audio.
Yeah. We ditched Harry to get me, and I'm better than Harry. So.
Well, you'll be having quite a nice experience, I guess, commentating as well.
Yeah.
So going through the final few people to qualify, and that's ST Place currently on a provisional pole position, 137.6. Formula and ST Place, the only two people on a 137. CMD has invalidated, so that's your starting grid for Japan coming up.
Is it too early to predict a winner already?
I think you should be able to join now.
Good. Bit of a question of why Ross is actually qualified this week. But you know,
yeah, that's actually a very good
cheating
point.
Ross as always.
Obviously HB has decided to not qualify. I wonder what happened to Kusai, to be fair. He wasn't a pole time, and then he stopped in track and got disqualified for it. So that wasn't a smart move, unless that was on purpose. And then Matt retired for I don't know why.
I am going to give it. Matt and these boys do tend to start at the back just to make life a bit more fun for themselves. Because if they start at the front, they would be quite far out in front by the end of the first lap.
We have Formula listening in as well. Right, so let's see the weather for at least the start of the race. We'd like if there was actually a way to see the weather forecast in broadcast mode. But it seems to be dry. So a jump from wet to dry conditions. Actually, that must be the reason why Alexo retired as he went out of the pits. He crashed out on his outlap. Must have had a dry setup probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna wait. For the standings, I think next season there's gonna be some changes anyway, to how things are gonna work in terms of, you know, contracts and stuff. So who do you think is gonna take the win?
Well, it's quite an obvious answer for me. I guess he's going to win by either going long on a set of tyres or catching a safe car, as he usually does. Be HPE probably.
So it seems like we're going now. So right on time. That prediction was, as it's lights out and away we go with ST Place taking a very good start from Formula, and Eddie already alongside Formula at turn 1. It looks to be a Senna versus Prost, and he almost is. Eddie gets sent wide, and there's almost a virtual safety car. There's none though. So seems like everyone gets away quite nicely, apart from an Alpine, and that's Johnny, who resets the track as well. Billion has had a very bad start as well in 19th. HB is still in 18th, fighting with Kirkimilakis and company. But yeah, farther up the grid, seems like the leader has not changed. Someone has went very, very wide. Has done a Leclerc. That's Stelvio rejoining the track. And losing a lot of places now.
The boys at the back are starting to make their way through very slowly. He always tends to take it slow in the first couple of laps, but best believe he'll be on his way within the next couple. Be back past Baby up to the car in front.
I've been noticing quite a strong performance from the AlphaTauris tonight. That was something I didn't see for quite a lot in this series. Considering AlphaTauri are basically what you would say it is Apex Racing in Pro Series.
Yeah.
Still plays with currently sets the fastest lap as it is the opening lap. So we'll see if that's gonna be beaten or it's gonna stay as he plays on with the fastest lap. But we have our first pit stop, and that's still the probably
damage of the start when he
yeah.
ran wide.
Surprisingly, HB has already made quite a handful of places. Up into P13 now, chasing down Harry for P12. And Flex has had a spin.
I don't think Harry will put too much of a fight up here. I think Harry will use Hayden to follow him through the rest of the field.
I mean, yeah, what I know from Japan is that temperatures tend to rise quite a lot. Especially if you lose your traction and spin out. And that's probably why Stelvio was losing a lot of places previously. He's now at the back of the grid, 22 seconds behind us. HB almost makes contact with Harry. Harry notices him. As we look at a very kind of aggressive Flex trying to make the move on Kursai for P10, we have another yellow flag, and that's Dolanites. I wonder what happened there. Probably contact. By the way, if you're able to, I think you should be able to join the lobby now if you want.
Someone would invite me, that would be perfect. There you go. Okay.
He seems to be having a bit of issues.
Oh,
Also, I
error.
realised.
Station's full.
Oh, session's full. I do know why is that. Should be 21.
Somebody will
now.
crash and leave, so we'll be fine. I'll get in at the end.
Yeah, I guess. There's Harry's had some issues. He's now in P15 with HB making the move on Flex for P11. The soft starway may be starting to kick in, even though Flex is not giving up on it. So he's still ahead of the McLaren driver. Not too far behind of his teammate as well. So the two McLarens recovering quite nicely.
I don't think HB will take too many risks at this stage. He'll just wait for his opening. There you go.
Formula has taken the lead meanwhile on ST Place. ST Place looks to fight back with no EIS already on lap 4. It's kind of a known thing. ST Place has some issues in managing EIS, and it looks like 24 may help him in managing EIS better with the rumored EIS modes. I mean, not really rumored, we've seen them in the beta, so... But definitely
Just
better.
the thing we need to give him an advantage.
Yeah. But also the fact that S-Place is coming in on softs, Formula is on hards, so that shows you Tarway is quite strong around here. Go farther down the field, Danny Boy loses 2 places, HB makes up 1 on the Haas, and he's up in P10 already, from P20 that was. He's already made up 10 places after 4 laps. So I guess your predictions may be coming true after all, but...
Yeah. It depends. If we get a late safety car, then it might throw a spanner in the works for him, but he's making steady progress at this point, which is expected of him.
Ooh, Flex almost loses it. And that gives Danny Boy the time to fight for it and gets back up into P10. All of that HP has also managed to get ahead of his teammates. Didn't know this until now.
He'd probably
Danny
let him
Boy's-
through, I would
Ooh.
guess. That's the usual McLaren strategy.
Danny Boy didn't really think too well on how to make that move work, and he's made contact with Flex. Now HB looking to get past Flex in some way, but he's still working quite nicely for the Alfa Romeo. With Danny Boy in the background defending for P11 on Thunder Speeder. Stelio has
Why
managed
is
to
there no
catch
safety
some
car?
time.
You can tell I'm not racing this week, there hasn't been a safety car yet.
You think so?
Well, I would most likely guess yes, I'd probably have gone off at the Degner by now.
I mean, you never know, I guess. Our first 3-second time penalty goes to Billion, by the way, for track limits. I don't think that will be the only one we'll be seeing today. Seems like Flex is getting closer to Alexo, who's forming this train of cars from P8 all the way down to P15 actually.
He might
That's
just be
actually a
running a
long
wet
train.
set because of qualifying.
Oh, and Flex now around the outside of the chicane. Flex has a better run though through the exit. HB tries to go round the outside. Now the inside. Takes the IS. Flex does not have the IS. And has to use some of the EIS as well. HB on the inside. That turn 1 makes the move work. Up into P9 now. Chasing down the Red Bull of Alexo for P8. Then he'll have the group of Mercedes and the group of AlphaTauris ahead of him. with both of Ataris, by the way, being dropped down a few places. Matt Copper managed to make the move from CMD for P3. And Formula's already gapped ST Plays by 3.7 seconds. Soft's probably starting to struggle by now.
Yeah. I'd assume the fall on the mediums would start to fall away.
Yeah,
HB might start to struggle slightly.
Oh, Matt Copper, I just caught that. Matt Copper just had a massive crash, and that's a safety car. That's actually a very, very bad crash. He was trying to chase down SD Plays and suddenly finds himself spinning out and into the barriers. That's our first DNF of Japan, considering he didn't even qualify. That's a very, I would say, unfortunate incident.
Well, it brings
like
the soft runners into the race with a safety car with a chance to change off.
Oh, Kusai doing a little foul and gets a 5-second penalty for spinning in the pit lane. So does Eddie. I think that will be looked upon by the stewards. That was interesting. Max Takis stays out. So does
Harry
Alexa.
stays out as well.
Yeah, Harvey stays out as well. And Billion does stay out as well. Denali stays as well. Johnny also stays out. Manages to make the move on Mike Sub, but they make contact at the pit exit. No one has been given a penalty for it. Luckily for them too. Stelio also pits. And that's pretty much everyone but a few drivers having pit. Flex dealing Flex and Kirkamilakis and Stelio on softs, and the rest of the drivers on mediums and then hard runners.
Yeah.
So our new leader then will be Max Takis, followed by Alexo, Formula, Harry, Billion, ST Plays, Delanites, CMD, Kusai, HB, Eddie Art, Flex, Mipsard, Johnny, Danny Boy, Kirkimlakis, Possuman, Thunderspeeder and Stelio. With Matt unfortunately having DNF, that's the reason of this safety car. Probably it's good to go in next lap as we wait for Stelio to catch up. This has helped Stelio actually, considering he was at the back.
It's a very interesting call to...
Yeah?
It's an interesting call to go on the softs and people are counting on another safety car to the road to the middle of the race with the mediums to the end.
Yeah. I mean, certainly that's not what I would have chosen, but as I always say, obviously a lot of things can happen in the race, so I guess we'll see if it will pay out at the end or not. What I've noticed as well is that CMD made a move on Delanites somehow, and is now up into P7. So I wonder what went on there. But he's gained a place. Try to see if it lets you join.
Oh, hold on. Try and get...
Formula is actually on a very good spot here. He's got two old hard runners ahead of him, and two medium and hard runners respectively at the behind him. Nesty Place is only in 6th, so 2 places behind. So he's basically covered in all senses. Matt Copper has left, so you should be able to join now.
Yeah.
Do you need another invite?
Yes.
Alright. And you joined right as the safety car is in this lap. With Maxakis restarting this race. So yeah, Formula I think is going to get right past these two ahead. He's going to have some defense behind him with 2 cars on all tyres. Maxakis restarts the race now. There's another safety car though. Is it?
It's just the flag it. I think that's what it
I
was.
guess
It
it's
just a
visual
glitch.
Yeah. Back, we already see Billy fighting it with Harry. And he gets a 3-second time penalty for it. And Harry spins out. Harry spins out. Clips the outside curb. That's not the restart he would have wanted. Especially because he hasn't pitched yet. And he's back at the back of the grid now. First it was Stelio, now it's him. Even though he's closer than Stelio was. Johnny also spun.
Red Bull.
Yeah, and Billy is losing places as we speak. A lot of people are actually making moves on him. With HBE up next. On the outside. Almost makes it before the corner makes contact. That
Atari
gives
sneaks through on the inside.
chance for Eddie Art to stick a move. He does, up into P8. HP gained only a place from that. Oh, Billy went a bit wide. That let Mipesat through. And now he's letting him through on HP as well. Down the outside, and that's actually even before the corner. He gets past. So that's CMD.
Down the inside. On the
Oh,
hatch
that's
again. Side by side
Another
down
trick
the straight.
coming.
Whoever gets the lead, them behind pulls in.
I'm gonna try and invite Harry again. Don't think I've got him on the friends
Okay.
list.
I know that.
Oh, Billy and Danny Boy having quite a fight. Danny Boy is through into P10. And Max Sakis gets a 3 seconds penalty for track limits as he's fighting lead with Formula in, but he's fighting for P2 with ST Plays as well as he goes down the outside. Max Sakis is still ahead though of the Ferrari. Justin Martin's having a swap of positions, probably team orders. With ST Plays not letting Max Sakis go. Considering ST Plays is on fresher tyres than the Mercedes now goes for a move, and so does CMD on almost a non-existent gap. So the driver was safe.
Especially the 2
We'll
wide
always go
behind
for a
as
gap.
well. Everyone fighting for positions and
Oh.
more. Oh, contact!
Well, I don't know why he was expecting from that, but that's another safety car. The
Safety car
second after
forward.
a couple of laps.
Oh,
I
it
didn't-
nullifies the soft tyres. Oh, Merck's trying to get past each other in the pit lane as well.
Well, Formula has gone in again. Messi Plays and Eddie R have both got 5 seconds. Eddie R has got 10 seconds now. Pretty much. This race has been chaotic already. I have, like,
Yeah.
we now have HBE in P2. And Mipesat leading. Danny Boy in P3, Kokim on softs in P4. This guy will be quick now. But he's got damage, as it says on the telemetry. Postman P5, Thunderspeed at P6, Formula P7, Alex, Kusai, Eddie Art, Billion, Delanitis, Max Stelio, Flex, Twisted Goat, and ST Plays is now at the back of the grid. He surely won't be happy about what just happened.
I went to try and see it again to see who was at fault, but I think they were just side by side, and whoever the Alpha Tower just came across.
Yeah, from the looks of it, CMD wanted to get past the car ahead, but he didn't probably he didn't realize that SD Plays was still alongside him, so he should have waited behind. That's how incidents happen most of the time. You get pressure, you get too desperate for a move, and that's how it happens. Well, I know how SD Plays managed to survive that on top of like,
Just pure luck, I guess.
yeah.
Must have someone on his side today.
At least now his teammate is leading.
Well, we're saying this doesn't help the softs, but it does put the Aston into V4 with the quicker tyres than the cars around, so see if he can make some positions up the restart.
SD Plays has asked for an invite, I'm giving him one. Looks like we'll be going racing again this lap.
ST in the pit again, is that just, I think that's just the game
Yeah,
dragging him in.
I think
It's
that's his
damage,
AI.
yeah, just the damage.
Oh, it's good he's serving a 5-second penalty and he's got damage again, he's going on hards.
A pre-used
Unused
set of parts.
hards. I don't want to be in SD Plays position right now.
But we never know, there could be another safety car another 3 laps the way the race has been going, so...
Well, HB basically has had to do nothing and is now up into P2. Looking for to overtake Mipsad as he's a mediums. So, as soon as his tires give up, he's gonna be on his tail. After all, I guess your prediction may as well be true. However,
I
27
assumed, I
out
didn't
of
think,
27. No, 12 out of 27. So, almost
I
halfway.
didn't think it'd taken the... I thought it'd been further in front by now, I'll be honest. I think the safety cars have kind of delayed the inevitable.
Yeah. Formula is having some mechanical issues, it seems like.
I think that's just it. I think his pedals don't really work, so I've been told. So that's how his pedals are.
That may be interesting then, how he plays it out as the safety car is going in. Mipsad will restart this race. And he does so now. Restarts it now. Followed by HB closely behind, and the rest of the pack is now bunching up. It seems like no moves are being done as we speak.
I think HB is just going to sit behind and let Mike use his tyre advantage.
Oh,
Danny Boy had
Boy.
an almighty snap on the exit.
Luckily there's a lot of room for the cars to have a, you know, low Mona day. Remember that was what Bottas did in Austria. Then this is Max is in quite a fight down sector 2.
Yeah.
Oh, Stelio now clipping the grass on the outside and going a bit wide. That loses him a few places. Other than that, Max Takis is going at it again on the 90s, and Kusai Mexaki's teammate is going at it on the Red Bull of Alexo. Alexo's back at him now. This looks like CMD versus ST Plays again,
Around the outside,
but this time it's a bit cleaner. And Kosai makes 2 places in one sector, I would say. Zelda, I think, has had a bit of issues. He's suddenly in P16. Both Haas cars at the back of the grid now. That promotes his place up 2 places. Harry's made a move on tonalities, looking for a recovery here after his not too lucky spin at turn 1, turn 2 actually. Yeah,
top 3 seem to be.
Yeah.
Top 3 seem to be staying where they are, just using, not deploying a lot, just holding station, as I assumed the McLaren would at this stage.
Well, yeah, I think he knows the tower is going to kick in at some point, so better save the tires, I guess. Formula has made it past Postman, obviously, on way fresher tires. This could be a, you know, this could actually be a threat to HB right now. Obviously, he's a medium, so his tires going to wear at some point, but it's going to be longer than what HB would have to wait with my episode.
He does have
It's
to
big-
clear the soft runner in front, so if he's still caused
Oh.
quite good at keeping his tyres alive, so let's
made a
see
move.
how much of a fight he puts up.
Kusai and Possum and Alexa are also fighting. Eddie Art has also passed HB's teammate. So the tire where he's strong indeed. I wonder what's gonna happen now. But HB seems to still be ahead by quite some margin on the rest of the guys, but Fumina's getting closer to Kokominakis. And Kokominakis is only a second behind the top 2. So I really wonder what's going to happen now. Could be one of the fastest drivers in track at the moment, I guess.
Yeah. I think he's got past, so now he's going to try and use the extra life his tyres have to build the gap he needs. Should there be a safety car in the end?
Yeah. The Art is also not messing around, making a move on Postman up into P7. His teammate has unfortunately had a very tough situation to go through. Probably
Or the
caused
next
by
move for
himself.
P3 instead of 130, yeah.
Or who knows? Right, Formulas now. He doesn't have the IS yet. HB1, he passes lap there, 130.559. I think Formula may be getting the IS this coming lap. More moves happening at the back as well. Thunderspeeder made the move on Postman. As the place must not be loving life right now. He's unused hards in P15 and not really able to make up some places that he needs as Max Takis gets past billion for P10. Formula now has caught some gap on Formulas now. Kosai is getting past Gregor Lakis as we speak. There's a yellow flag that's Max Takis probably spinning out
Yeah, he's on the exit
after
there,
getting the
then.
plays on billion. Wonder what happened there. Formula is also looking close on the Ferrari on my side. Will he make a move now to get the IS on HB? Yes, he will. He will try on this on the outside at the chicane. Mipsat breaks later and he keeps the place for the time being. Is the DI straight coming up? and Formula gets all the DRS he needs to make the move work on the Ferrari, and now to chasing down the McLaren ahead of him. That is HPE. He's been quite dominant in both series this season. Will Formula manage to disrupt that for... Actually, you know what? Formula may be barely making it in staying ahead of HPE. It's only 10 laps remaining.
He's had easy time up trying to get past Mike and the Ferrari and the cars behind Mike.
Well, yeah. But the fact is looking very quick right now compared to HPE. Could mean this could be very close until the end.
Like,
That's Danny Boy, I think.
Danny
Yeah.
Boy, one of the highest, yeah.
Danny Boy has just retired on track, and HB Formula is actually going before the DRS straight on HB. Their EIS level is not that good compared to the McLaren's, so HB may be having an easy life here to get past the back or the lead. Gains some time, he gains some time, he's deactivated DIS as well, he's staying behind.
Yeah,
He's
I
probably
think he's just gonna holding for now.
Oh,
Mike spins
Mike side.
behind.
That's almost kind of how Matt Copper lost it, but another corner. He didn't retire though, he didn't DNF.
Well,
He's only
still
got
on the
damaged head plate. Lots of drivers doing that. Max Takis as well. What's going on? That's the corner that Alexo DNF at in quali, but that was because of wet conditions. You can tell that these drivers are losing grip as the laps go by.
Yeah.
Oh, the Artos has a bit of a mistake. Alexo gets back past the Alvatari. The Art has not been doing too bad, to be fair. They're already up to Alexo. Only and not too far away from Kirkhamlakis as well. I think he could get also Kozai, considering he's on softs. He could aim for a podium if everything goes as he needs it to. Although he has a penalty as well of 5 seconds that I don't know if he's gonna get removed.
Harry back in the point, trying to hunt down Thunder for the P8 for the extra points.
Oh, as he plays pets. He's either retiring or trying the fastest lap.
I think it's the latter of the two. He's pitted for the soft tyres.
Use softs
So there
won't
we
help, I
scrubbed, so.
think. Mike's had also bit. Ferrari's not having a really good race. I think Japan is just a lucky track for Ferrari. Both in last places. No.
We could still have another safety car towards the end that could bring them back into the fight at the front with Formula and Hayden. We never know. Anything could happen in the last 6 or 7 laps.
But I doubt Formula would like that to happen, to be fair. More penalties getting assigned now. We have SD plays in Boston and both with 3-second time penalty now. So Lexo looking close, and Kirkhamlakis is going to the inside of the chicane, and Kirkhamlakis is ahead of the time being. Kozai pits. Probably wasn't gonna realize he wasn't gonna make it to the end. He's going on a new set of softs, so it should be very, very quick now. But he's gonna lose a lot of places, that's for sure. Lexo gets past Kirkhamlakis, by the way, and Eddie Art is right behind him. The Aston Martin. Kusai leaves the pits ahead of his teammate, and Alex almost loses it. Idiot looks to get advantage of that, but he has to stay behind. Oh,
Safety car icon.
well, you called it, I think. Well, what
don't-
happened?
I don't. ST was in, so maybe
Oh,
one of the Ferraris had a
Max Takis is
crash.
missing an entire front wing,
Anyway,
and he's trying to crush himself out. I don't blame
Yeah.
him, to be fair, but as a safety car, you could as well
Well.
pit.
yeah, to put this off, I don't see why everyone won't be in for the last 7 with a stint on the end.
I don't think Formula is really loving this right now. I suppose everyone's gonna go in now, but Kyosai actually has a fresh set of softs. He could gain places here if he's lucky. He could actually, because he's not too far away. He's at the chicane now. Certainly not on Formula, but he's gonna probably get up into the top 5, maybe.
Isn't it?
Let's
They
see.
run the risk of staying out? I don't think so. It's not worth it at this late stage.
P3. I mean, he's already pit. Kyosai's already pit. And he's got a P3 thanks to the safety car. He's in the top 3, and you wouldn't have expected him to be up there. Turkemlak is on mediums. So I
I
don't
think he
think
just
he's gonna...
used his soft on the last stint.
Yeah, I think he's not gonna really appreciate the rest of his race now. Everyone is on softs except Kirkemlakis.
Well, he
With
brings the
Mapsad
Ferraris
being...
back in play.
Yeah. Mapsad is on slightly used softs. So now we'll have Formula leading the pack from HP and from Kyosai, who is back into the race after that pit stop. Kirkemlak is on mediums, then Eddie Art still in P5, Flex, Harry, Thundersphere, Dolanitis, Alexo, Stelio, Billion, Mapsat, Posthuman, Estiplace, and Maxakis.
As they say, Harry was a contender of driver of the day with the recovery drive he's made, especially after the first couple of laps.
Well, yeah. It's gonna be hard to choose who's gonna be actually the driver of the day. Who would you say?
I'm too biased. I think I would give it to Harry, but that's with my bias towards him.
To be fair, just because it's the first time I've seen the Avatar is actually up there, I would say Eddie, considering that we're doing quite well.
Yeah, that's a fair shot. Plenty of people deserve it, but just to see who gets it at the end. Mike or ST could still pick it. ST picks again.
We could actually have an award for the most amount of times pit. And indeed it is as it plays his pits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times so far. I think it's going to go in this lap for 5 laps of racing.
Let's see who dares be aggressive on the restart and who doesn't want to just hold position and secure the points they have.
Also, let's not forget Formula is having issues with his pedals. And this is why he's probably not liking the safety car right now.
I don't think it's not as a major issue. It's something he's been working with for a while, so he'll be ready.
If you had to predict, who do you think at this stage is going to win?
I don't know. I really can't pick between Formula and HB at this point. It's whoever goes for it.
Yeah. Unless we see a SimD versus SD plays all over again.
Yeah.
R10 and Proust.
Safety car in at the end of the lap. Let's see
That's the
how
time.
the restart goes.
Yeah. Time of truth. Who is gonna win the Advanced Series Japanese GP? 5 laps to go. I mean, let's gonna restart this race for hopefully one last time. Oh, well, Thunder Speed has got a little bit too quick, and someone has got damage. Yeah, we got back up to speed. Everything happens at the back all the time, and Formula has gone quite nicely. Eddie has taken the place on Kokemanakis, who's now dropping places. He's trying to fight it though with Flex, and he keeps the position for now, but he's quite lower than the Alfa Romeo. And Flex, he's ahead. Kokemanakis will have to hold on tight for 5 more laps. I see people almost losing it every once in a while.
Oliver seems to have the pace at this early stage, pulling the DRS gap immediately.
Yeah. Kusa is also catching up on 1 lap older tyres. I think that's just tyres being a bit more warm than HB's. And he's gaining loads of time. Max Sakis with a 3-second time penalty. They're all at the back, the penalties, apart from Maipstad, they're all at the back. Still, he makes the move on Max Sakis. And Kusai could make the move on HB, although I think he's too far away. Billion, 3 seconds. And Formula there, 128.2. So far, that's the fastest time. Harvey makes the move on Kokemanakis as he's dropping to P7 now. The Aston Martin driver, with a few other places being done at the in the midfield. There's someone missing up an end plate, I think.
The Aston Martin, I believe.
Yeah, I've seen someone without an end plate in the safety car. The safety car restarts. I don't know who that was. Quite a train though, at the back of the grid.
Yeah.
As the place
Wait,
trying to recover. And Postman goes a bit late, and he goes into the grass, and oh my god, 3 cars on a spin. As he plays clipped tyres with Dolanites, and Postman just spun on his own because he clipped the grass. And they're all at the back of the grid now. Thunder Speeder with 3 seconds. Meanwhile,
I don't think ST's having a very good day.
yeah.
It seems to go bad for worse for him.
This is now enabled. This will help Kusai, as Formula is already 1.5 seconds ahead of HB.
I don't believe that to be a raw place. I know Formula's quick, but I have a feeling HB's saving his tyres and his ERS at this moment.
Probably,
Final 3 or 4.
considering Formula said he's had issues with his pedals, but it doesn't look like that at all. HB is now gapping Kusai, I think.
I think it was just went wide at the
Yeah,
top
he's
of the head
decided
and got
to
the grass.
start pushing a bit more. Oh,
Possum spinning at the
Postman.
back, he may have had contact.
Not really what you like at the last few laps. I think Postman's places will be P16 unless something else happens. Kokamilak is starting to show some more pace. As we've seen, the softs do gain wear a lot. And is now making the move on Harry for P7,
Around the
P6.
outside.
Yeah.
Harry's just biding his time to come back at him down the straight, I think. Harry's too smart to stick and hold him
Yeah.
down the outside of 130, yeah.
Gets it opened. And there he goes. Moves right back past the Aston Martin. Flex also goes past Eddie. Turn 2. Mapside gets a 3 second time penalty. Seeing quite a lot being assigned now. Another yellow flag. That's Stelio. Oh, Max Atkins and Stelio have. That's actually. Max Atkins got a 5-second penalty for colliding with Stelio, who's now missing an entry. That must have been a really bad impact. He's now gonna slow down some of the drivers at the back. He's moving aside, he's pulling away. So I guess after all, Possum may gain a place. Never mind. I was about to say it. That's good. Commentator's curse kicking in. Sorry, Possum. You can still do it though, because Stelio is not really having a really good turning. So I think he could make it. Kokomilakis has got past Harry at the same spot again.
I think Harry will just go for the same thing on the previous lap. He'll just sit behind and wait for the RS again.
Oh, Eddie R has won. Interestingly, that's not the lap you want to be spinning at. He's now down in P10 and about to
Around the
lose
outside of the
points.
mid-contact.
Oh well, yeah, I've just called up. I don't think Kokomilakis is happy just by the fact he's not really.
Yeah, he doesn't really
Continuing
manage
on.
to just cut back to it as they were side by side, so...
He's got 10 seconds. What did he gain? What did he gain from that?
It's just this game. Honestly, I think that's what it is. This game just doesn't make sense.
That's the proof that track limits don't work, because they give you time penalties even if you don't gain any time. That's very much proof right there. Kursai has gained lots of time on HPE now. He's making the move
He's
on
got down
the
the
inside.
inside!
Brave move, and they're still side by side at this chicane. HPE breaks later, they make contact, and
Both of them
again
run down towards
he
the line.
pushed him a bit. I don't think HPE will report that particularly, but Formula takes the win from Kursai, who takes P2 from HPE in P3, completing the podium. And that's your Alfa Romeo 1-4 with Twissico P5, Thunderspeeder P6, Mipsat P7, very close to Thunderspeeder, Billion P8, Max Takis P9, Alexo P10, Eddie Art gains P9 from penalties. Then there's Delanis P10. Oh, we got timing glitch. Yeah, Mipsat hasn't DNF. So I don't know the rest of finishing positions, unfortunately.
Well, I was proved wrong. I said HB would win this race, but Formula proved me wrong.
HBE definitely didn't like getting pushed off. Anyway, thoughts on this race?
It was a solid race. There was more safety cars than I expected, to be honest, with especially at the start. But I can't be to blame this time. I didn't race, so everyone that says it's my fault, there's good races. There was nothing I could do about this one.
Yeah, I guess you're right. But yeah, Formula unexpectedly wins here in HSRT. I was about to say Formula Drivers Champion.
We'll have to see what happens with Harry and see what penalties were given after the race, because I don't think that'll be the end of the conversation on that one.
So yeah, that's the podium. Then Formula from Kyosai from HB. We will see any incidents between HB and Kyosai, I think. Any reports?
I don't know. Maybe I didn't see it, so possibly, but I just think it might have just been hard racing.
Also, to know that they both started from the back of the grid and they both got in the podium. Then there's Formula, who's taken the fastest lap and the win at Japan. After all, he's held on quite nicely on HB.
It just proves like just curse him. I just shouldn't speak on his races. I say he's gonna win and he finishes third, so
Yeah, some drivers are not happy, definitely. But as for the commentary side, that is it for the Japanese Grand Prix of Advanced Series. We'll see you on International Paddock for Pro Series on Friday at 8 PM UK time. But is there anything you want to say?
I think pretty much covered it.
Okay.
There won't
So
be
yeah,
any drama because I'm not here. So I'll take the blame again.
I mean, I think I won't be making it for Japan. So, and I won't be making it for Mexico as well. So, yeah. But we do have someone that has been well known in FSC for quite a while. That is Will. He's joined the server, FSC server, a couple of hours ago. He used to be the director before he quit, and now he's back. So yeah, could be seeing some probably some new things happening also because he's back. Anyway, thank you everyone for watching the stream, and we'll see you all on International Paddock for Pro Series, same track, Japan. For Advanced, we'll be seeing you all on Wednesday for Mexico. Bye, everyone.
Bye.